Hey everybody, welcome back to Adventures with Hoop and Zach. I'm Hooper. And I'm Zach. And today we're taking another crack at one of my favorite episodes, Getting Crafty.
Go! Yeah! That's probably why it tasted so bad. It expired in 2015. Ooh, I can definitely taste the coffee.
So, something I didn't mention last time is where I'm getting all these beers. There's an app that's called TAVOUR. Great little app, kind of addicting, but pretty much what they do is every day they provide 3 to 4 new beers every day, except for I think on the weekends. They also have a subscription, a beer subscription that you can do. But pretty much this beer you cannot get here in your local area unless you live in these places. You can probably get it. But yeah, it's really, really neat.
You might be able to go to the individual, because we're telling you all the information about them, might be able to go to the individual manufacturers who make them and maybe special order, maybe, right?
Yeah, I mean, you probably have to actually go there to get it.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's great. It's really, really nice, and that's how we're able to get all this beer. Again, it can be addicting, and again, like I mentioned in the last video, craft beer can get pricey. So make sure you're watching it on there because it's very easy to buy a lot of beer.
I know, I feel so spoiled with all this.
So down to the first one. The first one is technically not a beer. It's actually a mead, which he loves mead. I figured great way to introduce it. This was called World Harvest by Superstition Meadery. They are based out of Prescott, Arizona. And mead is just made out of honey. So it's a
honey beer, and it is delicious.
Well, technically it's considered a wine. It's not really a beer, but hey, you know what? Mead's good.
Mead's good.
Let's dig right into the first one. Go to the mead. Give it a shot. Smells like a wine. Oh, man. That tastes amazing.
Oh, it's so rich. Like, it honestly tastes, it's like a honey heaven. Like, it's so good.
It's almost like a dessert wine. You get that wine flavor from it. Definitely get that kind of wine flavor. But then you just get this really strong honey. It's great. It's really, really good. For anyone who's been like, oh, mead sounds ridiculous, it's...
And the Vikings used to drink mead, so yeah. They're awesome. And it's, oh man, it's so good. It's light. It's not heavy. This is probably something, if you have it cold, a great outdoor sunny day drink because it has plenty of alcohol. It's not heavy. It's not going to make you sweat, and it feels just cool when you're drinking it.
Yeah. So this particular mead is sitting at 15% alcohol.
Yeah. So
it's high in alcohol. It's wine, pretty much, man.
Yeah. So, but it's so good. I love this.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So, anyways, let's start getting to the next one before we drink all that one. So, on the mead, what would you rate the mead?
What would I rate the mead? What's the scoring?
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5. Whew. Hold on.
I already know what I'm giving it.
Yeah, you know what? I like this. I enjoy it. It's good. I can drink this all day long. I'm gonna give it a 5, man.
Give it a 5?
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
It's good. You know, I mean, I feel like where they were aiming to get this, like I feel like they hit it spot on. I don't think there's much more you can do this to make this better. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
It's pretty good. It's really, really good. But I think it could be a little bit better. Still awesome. I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
4.25?
Yeah, I'm definitely giving it over a 4. But yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the next one. Next one is a Gosa. It's kind of a fruity, like a ripe fruit flavor. Yeah, it's very interesting kind of beer. I've never been a huge fan of these.
It's a 16.5% I mean 16. 6.5. Excuse me. 6.5% alcohol.
This one is called Super Funkadelic by Dionysus Brewing Company. I think we actually had one of those in the last episode. Based out of Bakersfield, California. It's a sour gosa. As you can see by his face, it's...
So, you know what? Okay. Oh, were you finished on the...
It's 6.5% alcohol.
Where does it come from?
It's out of Bakersfield, California.
Okay. Well, you know what? That makes a lot of sense now that you said where it comes from. Honestly, yeah, it's not that bad. Now, I don't like IPAs. This is not one, right? It's not an IPA. It's really light. It's definitely
sour.
It's sour.
It's like a warhead.
When they say funky, I get it. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. It has this weird, sour, funky taste to it.
So, gosa, it's usually like a rotten fruit. The way I like to describe it is like a rotten fruit funkiness.
It's really light, too.
But then it's also sour. So, it's...
This is actually, like, the more I'm drinking this, I think the more I'm starting to like it.
Yeah, it's one of
Take
those...
a couple more drinks. May change your mind.
There's a flavor there that I'm trying to put my finger on.
You know what it's like? Have you ever... You remember at, like, the old skate parks?
It's like a warhead candy.
They used to give you, like, pickle shots and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they would charge 50 cents for it, and you get the stupid little plastic cup.
Skateland?
Yeah, Skateland. And they would, they give you a pickle shot, right? It's basically pickle juice. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. Like, it kind of, like, I hold back, flashback on this. Like,
I'm going to give this a 3.75.
okay, 3.75. Take one more sip out of it. That's weird. Because I'm thinking like a 3.5. But the more I'm drinking that, the more, like, my mouth starts watering, the more I start enjoying it. And I'm thinking I might give it a 4.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 4. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm giving it a 4.
So while he's writing his number down, our next one is Bière Blanche, blend number 2. It's a very small group of beer made. Yeah, it's kind of a white label. It's a wit beer, so it's a wheat beer. This particular one, I think, was actually put into bourbon barrels, if I remember correctly. 5% alcohol, and it's from Side Project Brewing out of St. Louis, Missouri.
You know what's cool is that they even give you like a little glass.
Yeah,
so a glass to drink it out of.
Yeah, some of these bottles give you a recommendation on the bottle itself what kind of glass you should put this in.
I like that. That's cool. That helps. You know, I like companies that go that little extra step, and that's going that little extra step that really doesn't take that much more to do, and it makes me feel good.
You're going to have to take a couple sips, because that last one's going to throw this off a lot. I'm just warning you now. You're gonna
Clean up the palate a little bit.
Okay, it's getting better as I'm drinking it. It's a little sour too.
Man, this is a completely different lineup than last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's good though. Just it's starting to mellow out. It takes a little bit though.
Woo! Yeah, that's sour. It's the flavor's there though. Like this, this other one, the funky.
You can taste the funky.
You can taste it like it was sour and it had this funky taste. But when you first tasted it, the first thing you hit was sour, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Until
like you got the second, third drink in.
Now this one you get that smoothness from the wheat beer.
It's sour, but yeah, then you have like it's not as hard. So you got this mellow sour, and then you can taste all the.
Mm-hmm.
You can taste everything else, which it's not bad. It's pretty good.
It's sitting at 5% alcohol, so it's actually the lowest, I think, out of all the four.
I think I know where they were going with this, and they pretty hit. Like, they wanted something that like had that little sour, but then well-rounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I don't think I've seen many wheat beers that have been sour, but it's not bad. I think it works okay. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm gonna give this one. I think I'm gonna give this one a 4.
A 4?
Mm-hmm.
Let me try one more time. Okay. Again, because I'm trying to remember what you told me. Is that we're not judging these by what we feel about the beer.
Mm-hmm.
We're judging them by what the beer's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it landed on its mark pretty well. So,
as a wit beer, it's but the thing is, you read it, it says it's got coriander. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense now. It's aged in wine barrels. That's where that bite's coming from. I thought it was bourbon barrels. That's why I was so thrown off by it.
Yeah.
But it's wine barrel.
Okay, so that makes way more sense now. Yeah, Jack, pick up your game. So, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it a 4. Can I say 4.2?
4.25.
4.25? I'm going to do 4.25. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. And that's because I really don't like light beers to begin with, unless if it's like
a Pilsner or a lager. But like you want like the good ones now. You don't want
you
don't want Miller Lite anymore.
I'm all spoiled as shit. But yeah, like unless I'm playing, beer pong, like I'm enjoying these. I'm enjoying the darker, heavier beers.
So the last one, I purposely lined it up this way because it's an ultra dark beer, very very rare. Very limited of them are made. I got this on TAVOUR. I bought a whole pack from this brewing company. This one it's from Epic Brewing, Big Bad Baptist, rare release 2019. It's a American Imperial Double Stout from Salt Lake City, Utah. And this particular one, because I have to read the bottle because it's such a rare beer, Vanilla Brandy Barrel Aged Stout. And this one is sitting at, give me 1 second, I will find it. I'm trying to find the alcohol content. I may not be able to find it. 12.3% alcohol. So it's actually less than the mead, but I think it's the highest out of these three over here. But yeah, let's give it a shot and crack into it.
Yeah. Coming off my palate a little bit.
Oh, man. The one thing, and I'm not sure yet, because I'm not a big fan of the cocoa nibs, where they've taken like cocoa, like chocolate chunk, they've thrown it in there. I've never been a big fan of that, and I can kind of smell it, but
man, it has like a
woo!
That's a pretty chocolatey cocoa, little bit of a coffee.
You know what though? I like it. I like it a lot. Mm.
Oh. Oh yeah, like oh yeah. Man, you know what? This is a awesome wintertime, Christmas is coming beer. Like really, like
speaking of which, I have the 12 Days of Beer Miss coming, which I hope to have during Christmas so we can drink those.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this beer, right off the back, you smell it. You got this chocolatey cocoa, little bit, maybe a hint of coffee coming through there. It's
vanilla, brandy. You get a little bit of the bourbon barrel. Definitely get the chocolate.
Yeah. Ooh, super smooth. This is, like, this is something that I feel like we could let it warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it probably better at one.
Let it warm up a little bit. Maybe go grab a cigar, sit outside in the cold, and enjoy a nice evening. You know what I mean?
It's a good beer. It's a
Like,
really good beer.
this is something that, maybe some chocolate cheesecake or something like that. Like, oh yeah, that's so good. There's so many things that you can pair this with.
Just having the
so
flavor
good.
sitting on my mouth, it's awesome. It's just getting so many different flavors.
Mm. Yeah, if you're a person that
It's
really
not
likes to...
overpowering. That's the best part.
Yeah, this one's not as heavy as some of the ones that we had last time. But this is really one that if you like to sit down and, you know, besides the fact of you're drinking, you like to taste what you're drinking. You know, try to pick up different hints and flavors, bounce things off your palate. This is one of those beers that you can really just go to town, let your taste buds fire up, and enjoy a good beer. I honestly, I feel like they hit their spot on this one. It's delicious. It's great. I would recommend this all day long.
Yeah, it's really, really great. You give it a 5?
I'm gonna give it a 5. That's good.
I gave it a 4.75 already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, man, that one was pretty awesome. It's hard for me to give something a 5. Like, it actually has to completely blow me out of the water. And again, part of it's because I've been drinking these more often. I mean, I used to rate Shiner a 5. So, like, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, and
the more I've been drinking these, the more I'm like, you know what? It's really, really good, but it has to completely just blow me out of the water for me to give it that perfect score.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You know, I went from drinking regular beer to, because of him, drinking this fine lineup. And, you know, because he keeps presenting me with these wonderful beers. And so I feel spoiled. And so my palate is not used to hitting these different notes. You know what I mean? It's usually used to, like, hitting water and hops. You know what I mean? And so a lot of these things may taste better to me than to other people. So just keep that in mind as far as my rating goes.
Yeah. And one thing, again, I can't probably show you on the glass. I think I might have tried to show y'all last time. You can always, when it comes to these dark beers like this, the stouts, you can always tell when you have like a really good, full-bodied, thick beer when you can tilt the glass and then tilt it back, and the beer sticks to the side of the glass.
Yeah.
And this beer has a pretty good stick to it. The term that they use is called, it has good legs. So everything apparently with beer is all very sexual.
You know why they say that, though? Is I totally get that reference, because when you tilt it and you tilt it back and you see it running, the beer, like you see it stick and you see it running, you're looking it up and down, and you see a woman walk by with a nice pair of legs, and you know what I mean? You look up and down, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
So give us a second. We're going to kind of get our stuff together, and then we'll compare it to Untappd and see how it looks. Okay, so we got the ratings now from Untappd. Again, Untappd is like a beer library site, I guess if you want to put it that way, where they keep all the information on all the beers that have ever been posted on here. Again, if the brewery hasn't put it on there, as an individual you can put the beer on there, but you know, most of the time the brewery does, or the meadery in this case, does put their information on there. So for this first one, World Harvest, 388 check-ins.
I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 4.25. And the average rating is a 4.25.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Damn.
So,
that's legit.
Super Funkadelic.
I gave it a straight 4.
2,076 check-ins, so a little bit higher. I gave it a 3.75. It came out to a 4.05.
Dang!
09, sorry.
I was so close.
Yeah, you were really close.
I was so close. Okay.
Okay, the third one, Bière Blanche Blend 2 by Side Project Brewing. 917 check-ins.
Okay. I gave it a 4.25.
I gave it a 4. It was average rating of 4.23.
Oh, I'm there. I'm there. That's what I did. That's what I gave it, practically.
So, I went one below, he went one above. So again, the ratings are in quarters, so it's either 4 or 4.25. We're both pretty close. So for the last one, Epic Brewing Big Bad Baptist Rare Release 2019 by Epic Brewing.
I just want to say real quick, take a drink of it because now that this dark beer has got a chance to get room temperature, I'm liking that even more now. What about you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna change my rating. You already gave it a 5, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave it a straight 5. I'm not gonna change the rating, but I'm just saying
it's much smoother.
It's smoother. Like it's hitting that. It's flowing better.
Yeah.
So like,
and your words are slurring more.
Yeah. So like, I feel like I could start maybe once you get to room temperature. By that point, you may be able to start drinking it a little bit faster than taking just a little bit out of it.
So anyways, this one again, this is an ultra rare beer. Very limited edition. Also got it from the TAVOUR app. It's only had 16 check-ins.
Wow.
I gave it a 4.75.
I gave it a 5.
The average rating so far for the other 16 that have checked in on this beer is a 4.56. So I was pretty close.
You were slightly under, and I was
slightly above. We were both above. But
what were you?
I was a 4.75. This was a 4.56.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, guys, again.
So actually, what I wanted to do was just kind of, if it's okay with you, give people like a little hint, like of what. So you got this off the app. What did this cost you to get off the app? Just so people can kind of see, if it's okay with you, like kind of like for this one beer, so you can kind of see what beers, when we're talking about it's a little bit more pricey, so people can kind of get an idea like, oh, that is a lot more pricey. Or, no, it's not too bad.
Again, it just depends on which one, because there's sometimes where they have $5, like 2 for $5. Like cans, obviously not these, right?
Yeah.
But this particular one, I couldn't tell you the price because it came in a bundle with like 6 other beers from Epic Brewing.
Out of any of these beers, did you get by singles?
Yes. Some of those do come in singles. Let me try to do this quickly, just to give you an example.
I threw a curveball right there. Sorry, people. But I'm trying to do it for you guys so you guys can understand, like, this not cheap, and it's really more of an enjoyable thing.
See?
So
12 Days of Beerness.
Ooh.
Oh, no, you can't see it. Oh, okay. Or whatever. So, anyways, let me see if I can find one of these beers real quick.
Yeah, so people can get an idea what's going on, what this costs, kind of.
Okay, so Funkadelic was $15.
Okay, so this bottle
$14.99,
which was it got better as I went through it.
The Mead World Harvest was $24.99.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, it's a lot more. It's a lot more handcrafted. Much more rare.
It's a lot more
alcohol.
No, well, yes, but it's a lot more fancy. Like chances are you'll never be able to get this beer.
Yeah.
Is what this is. What kind of service this is. You're getting things that like you're only gonna have once, and it's kind of just an enjoyable. How do you say it? Like urge. Like you want something that nobody else can get.
It's just like any other hobby, you know.
Yeah.
You get into something.
Well, the exclusivity of
yes.
You're getting something.
It's the rareness of what it is.
Yes, and nobody else
never
can
get it again.
Is that nobody else can get. You're the only one that got it. You can share. It's enough to share with somebody.
Yeah. Which
is awesome by itself, and it's a special thing. So I really like that.
Finally, this one, $29.99.
Wow. So yeah, these things are not cheap at all. Like
again, they do have cheaper items on there, but you may not want to buy them. You may want to buy one of these, but you got to be able to, find your limit.
It's one of those it's kind of like, hey, I have the extra money to spare. I'm obviously not putting myself in debt. Let's go ahead and get something a little bit more fancy.
Yeah.
And you just juggle it out.
And you can stick to the cans. You don't have to go with the bottles. You can stick to whenever they put out.
So they have a lot of cans too?
Yeah, they have a lot of cans, which is a lot cheaper. Again, we're doing this. I purchased these specifically for this purpose. So
and I'm so lucky he's my best friend.
So that's the reason why I bought these. So otherwise, I probably would have been sticking a lot more to certain things that I wanted in particular, and not trying to go for the variety.
Okay, so here's another little thought. When you say more particular something that you'd like, what do you like as far as when it comes to beer? What is your like, you know what? I'm gonna buy that because that's what I like. What is that? What is what you like?
I mean, there's a variety, but I definitely have certain particular kinds of beers, pilsners, lagers, because they're going to be your standard.
Do you lean towards really dark beers?
Yeah, well, again, even that I have a very particular. I don't go for the crazy flavor dark beer.
Okay.
I don't like having it being overpowering. Like chili peppers. Like there's certain stouts that have chili peppers in them.
Yeah, you know me, I don't like hot stuff, so that kind of seems like that would be a little ridiculous.
It's not even really that, I mean, it's a little spicy, but...
It's a little tingle.
It's just, there's a flavor that comes from it that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Maybe
a little bit too hard in the pepper.
Just... There's certain things again, with me doing this enough, there's some things I know I want and some things I know I don't want.
Yeah.
But again, I will still try a beer at least once.
I like that. I like that motto of trying something at least once. Whether it's food, beer, drink, whatever it is. Crazy stunts. To try it at least once is a good motto because life is all about experiences. And I feel like you getting this app and we enjoying this, great experience.
Yeah.
Great thing to build a bond together with. And you never know. You may want to get this app, get a buddy together, and enjoy some good beers every now and then together.
Yeah, I really do recommend TAVOUR. I mean, it's great. Again, just try to keep yourself on a budget with it, and make sure you watch yourself. But besides that, it's great. It's a lot of fun and it's good. I don't have any problems with it.
Well, I guess that pretty much concludes this segment. And hey, like, subscribe, hit the little bell. Is there anything you want to add?
Oh, also, I will put the beers like usual. I'll put them in the comment or in the description below. I will also put the name of TAVOUR down there, so in case you're wondering how it's spelled, I'll put it in there rather than trying to sit here and spell it out to you. So it'll be there.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks.
We'll catch you next time on Getting Crafty.
Yeah.